Okay, as promised, I am finally going to review the new What's Up Beauty palettes, especially this new Dragon Eye one. I am a little bit late to the game. This came out a few months ago, but it is so gorgeous that I did want to go ahead and go over it and show you a few looks from this and just give you sort of my feedback. So you can get these on their website or you can get them on Amazon like I did. I have Amazon Chase points from my credit card, so I actually got these for free. I really wanted to try them, but this one is $45 and this one is $41. I'd heard good things, but I didn't really know if I wanted to try them for that price or not, if it would really be worth that kind of a price. Well, spoiler alert, yes, they are definitely worth the price. This is definitely really beautiful, sort of high-end makeup. While I was there, I also decided to try their highlighter, since I also had Amazon points for that. And wow, this is like a high beam. I will also show me putting this one on. So yeah, I mean, overall, I cannot wait until they have more stuff out. So far, I'm really, really impressed with the quality of their products. Okay, so enough of that. Let's get into the swatches and then I'll talk a little bit about the different formulas and then we'll get into some of the looks. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's start with the Dragon Eye palette since it's sort of the one that really started my interest in all of this. This is under my studio lights, but I also have the window open. It is so dang dark here this time of year in Seattle. It's just, there's limited sunny days. So this is as good as I can get, but you can still really see this is really a pretty accurate color. Okay, so this is me standing back from the window, so you can really kind of see how it looks, in pretty close to regular light. I mean, it gets you a pretty good idea of how incredibly shimmery and beautiful these formulas are. So these are the ones that are mostly duochromes, and they look a little less duochrome here, but they really do shift to two different colors. These look gorgeous on the eyes. Okay, so now let's switch to the Monsoon palette. Now these are a little bit of a more tight shimmer. This is my companion palette for the most part. I really like all of these sort of neutral browns that work, well, they actually look a bit on the cool side, but on me, they look a tiny bit warm. They work really, really well as a companion palette for the Dragon Eye palette. The Monsoon palette really, it costs a little bit less, but you're getting the same quality. Beautiful, beautiful mattes. And then their shimmers are really, really great, tight shimmers with good quality. You can see the metallic nature of them. Some of them are a little less so. If you are looking for a if you're looking for sort of a work-friendly kind of palette, this one I think is going to work better for you. It's got some pops of color in there, but it's got a lot of these beautiful sort of neutrals and light shimmers that are very wearable. Let's move on to some looks. Okay, so I think I mostly was enticed by the Dragon Eye one. However, one of the things that I would say about this, it is mostly duochromes, and then there are some of these mattes. Their mattes formula is beautiful, it's creamy, it's pigmented, not a lot of fallout. Really impressed with that. The colors in the Dragon Eye palette really are punchy and beautiful, and they're like all special on their own. However, you're missing a lot of your base colors for somebody as fair as me. So I see this as a beautiful topper palette that you use with other palettes. That's why I was so very glad that I went ahead and picked up the Monsoon palette. Now this one does not have a bunch of duochromes. What it does have is beautiful shimmers and more of these lighter shadows. So I haven't used some of these brighter colors quite as much, but I will definitely reach for it if I really want a pop of color because their colors are so intense and they really do stick out and they're gorgeous. But I love using this one as my base colors, especially these browns. Those really, really work. And then whatever greens I'm missing in the other one, if I need more olivey greens, these are beautiful, beautiful greens. Okay, so I would say that both of these are worth having if you want to use them together, but if you're really looking for that really punchy kind of duochrome, which is what I think they really do so well, you're going to want the Dragon Eye one because you can use this with any of your other palettes that you might have. So the formula on this is really, really beautiful because under certain light, especially like low light, it sparkles like, I mean, it just shimmers. It is so, so pretty. But if you wear these out in sort of everyday light, they're not as like, whoa, you have glitter on your eyes as something like the Ensley Rain Cold Moon palette. These are like, you have fairy dust all over you. It's really, really shiny. It's really, really metallic. These are a little more subtle, but they're also really, really beautiful. You can build them up and make them less subtle, but I would say that these really excel at being a subtle, beautiful, very wearable shimmer. And then they have the punchy colors. If you want to intensify the colors, I definitely recommend using some sort of eyeshadow primer or like a NYX glitter glue. Those, I use both of those right before I put whatever like very, very shimmery color right sort of in the center. My favorite one to use for that is this one. That is just gorgeous. I actually have it on today, but I took it pretty easy and I just like adding a little bit just for that little extra shimmer. So yeah, this is really, really nice for that. Okay, so the last thing I did get was this beautiful, beautiful highlighter. I got mine in Wild Acacia. I believe these are $34. They have one that is more of like a bronzy and white. This one's white and sort of a peachy pink. So I wouldn't say that you see the color that much. What you really just see is this like very, very diamond reflective kind of shimmer. This is going to pick up texture for sure if you're very textured. I still like to wear it all the time because I am textured, but what I do is I just go ahead and sort of like use my brush to stipple out the area where it's picking up texture, and then I leave it like more high beamy up here just so that it looks better on my aging sort of textured skin. But very, very impactful, very, very beautiful, and this is going to last me forever. So I definitely really like this as well. If you are thinking of trying to find like a really, really stunning highlighter, these are great. Okay, so that's kind of it. I have been meaning to talk about these palettes forever. I wore them probably through most of December, and just they're so beautiful. I definitely think that they're worth full price, but if you had to pick one, I would go for that Dragon's Eye one. That one is very, very special, especially if you really like duochromes and you like that like magical bit of shimmer that you get, especially in low light. It's perfect for date nights. I am really, really happy with this company so far. Another great indie brand. That's why I really wanted to go ahead and review it so that I could introduce you guys to it as well. There's so many of these indie brands. Some of them are good, some of them are and without somebody really reviewing them for you, it's really hard to go ahead and risk spending money and ordering something that shows up in the mail that you may or may not be able to return. So hopefully this is helpful. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them below. I am more than happy to answer whatever questions or, add additional swatches for you, whatever you need. Okay, I think that's it. Another great set of palettes, another great company, and I'm really glad I tried them. If you like this kind of content, I sure would appreciate if you would give me a like and subscribe, as it really helps my channel to grow. Okay, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for joining me.